my name is Lynn Porter. I am a holistic herbalist, and I'm here today to introduce you to our New Earth Energy Holistic Herbal course. This is a online course that is available through a membership site, and it contains two parts to it. It is based on a holistic herbal course that I was commissioned to write 25 years ago. It's not a long time really, seems like 5 minutes, for the National Open College Network for colleges of FE throughout England. Anyway, that course in itself is available for practitioner accreditation at level 3, and is one aspect of the course for those who want to go along the route of having that formal training. The second aspect of the course was based on some guidance that I received from my guides about 2 years ago now, 2.5 years ago. And the message was that it would come soon to be a time whereby people were not able to rely on the NHS system in the way that they used to be able to. And so it was delivering, in partnership with the Nature Realm, a new course that created a new way of communicating with nature, a new way of learning how to use the herbs in many, many different ways to meet the new times, the new age that we are coming into right now. I refer to it as new. Really, it's not new. It's really quite old. It goes back many centuries. Ways of working with herbs that were lost, and it was lost post-1948 with the advent of the National Health Service by HerbEvent. I have produced materials that go alongside this film for you to be able to see, which looks at the structure of the course, it looks at the rationale behind it, it looks at the messages of guidance that were channeled through, and that side of it, I suppose, really relates more to your own personal development and interest and skill set in being more familiar with how to use them in a different way, and how to meditate and intuitively link with the nature spirit, because each single herb can be used in many different ways depending on what somebody is presenting and what their needs are. And herbs are not really like medicines. They can vary. They will vary with the need of people as they present themselves. So we've got two ways to do the course. You can either do the practitioner level, you can do the personal development and intuitive way of working with holistic herbs with the New Earth energies, or you can combine the two. These are available, as I say, through a membership website. There is a basic membership where you get a digipack once a month, which is a herb focus of the month and has a lot of research in it in how to use that in many different ways. And there is also a premium membership whereby you have a posted out package once a month with the practical herbs and things in for you to experience for yourself and play with yourself. But anyway, what I'd like to do is to now show you through some of the packs and some of the structure of the course, as well as give you the downloads associated with this introduction for you to find out for yourself. Anyway, thank you for your time. So what I'd like to do now is to introduce you to some of the things that you will have access to through the New Earth Energy Holistic Herbal course. Now, this course came into being about 2 years ago now, and it was based on an Introduction to Herbalism practitioner's course that I was commissioned to write in partnership with colleges in the mid-1990s when I ran my Centre for Natural Healing. Now, this is a level 3 course. It leads to practitioner accreditation, should you want to take it that way, and it looks at the herbal use, course use of using herbs. So it's got a set of criteria, so anybody who does this course will have access to all of this information. What stress is, what causes it, different holistic approaches. There are projects, level 2 and level 3, but you need level 3 for practitioner accreditation, plant principles, actions of herbs, and so on. So all of these are available as handouts to go through, or to take you through if you're interested in getting accreditation as a holistic herbalist. The course was written for the National Open College Network originally, and as I say, it is a very basic background with projects to give you that level of practitioner insight that would be expected. I've got a little friend coming to help me with this, probably any minute now. Yes, here he is. Do meet Boy Cat. Always interested in herbs. Always taking an interest, bless him. Anyway, you have access to this through a monthly digital pack. So you get sent with your membership a digipack, and it will have the accreditation schemes in there. So that's one part of the course. The second part of the course that you will need to have, and I have mentioned this in the journaling introductory session, in the journal event, but you will need to keep a herb journal. So you'll need to write down all your personal experiences with herbs. I think I can open this one okay today. And this looks very much at your personal development, your understanding and your growth with the herbs. The journal does have little tasks in this one. This one was commissioned for a herbalist, and each of those little tasks is a project related to herbs. And along with that you get field books, learning card tags and notebooks, which are based on my artwork. So you will be expected to keep your own personal herb journal. You will also need to have a apothecary chest. Now, as I say in the famous words of Blue Peter, here's one I prepared earlier. This is one of my designs, and obviously each little drawer contains various herb samples or herb collections. So this is a small one. These are available for purchase separately to the course, of course. So that's the first type of apothecary chest that you could have. These are sold by the works, or they used to be, prior to the end of times as we know it. These were the larger ones, so you can have one of these and decorate it yourself. This one I've just made a start to show you how to do it. So what I did was just wood burn on this one, lavender, because we cover a herb a month. And obviously for the herb of the focus of lavender, there's a little drawer in the chest that you can do. So again, you can either buy these commissioned and completed, or you can get your own from the works. I think they're about £15 from the works, and you can put your own designs on. But obviously that's your herbarium, that and your journal, that will go towards your accreditation or your personal development. That's up to you how far you want to take it. So let me tell you a little bit about how the course evolved from the original course that I put together 20 odd years ago to where we are today. And this started off when I was sitting in my garden doing a meditation. I had my art pad with me, and as the sunlight fell across the garden, a little figure, a little being appeared. And this being has a name, and I'll show you his picture. Wasn't able to get my camera in time, so I drew a sketch of him as he scurried through the leaves in the garden, through dock leaves actually, which is significant, but that's part of course. And his name, it's quite a mouthful, I call him Tyrian for short. My students, fellow herbal colleagues, practitioners now refer to him as Tyrian. His full name is Tyrian suasus rerus, and if you make an anagram out of that, which I found out, I was guided to do that afterwards, it actually spells out turn or erase us. And that makes sense, because what's happening now is the nature realm, the herbal fae realm, the nature, the fae, whatever you want to call them, are working in an unprecedented way with humankind to work at saving the planet. And then they used to do this before. Standing next to a human was a little bit like standing next to a cesspit for them. But Tyrian and the Oracle, who appears in the journal that I did, have guided a whole new focus to this course, which is why it's called the New Earth Holistic Herbal Course. And this was about 18 months before we'd even heard of COVID. And the guidance that came through, I have got guides that work with me on this process as well, was that the conventional medical system was going to be put under a tremendous strain, and that people were not going to be able to get the help that they had been used to in the past. And now was an important time to work together to start to honouring the new earth energy which is coming through in the new herbs. And so what they have done is channeled through a whole new way of working with herbs. So this is very much an intuitive based practice that you gather case studies for that go into a portfolio, and it goes alongside the grounded foundations of the previous course. So you have a choice whether you can either do it for personal development and enjoyment and your own knowledge, or you can do it to work towards practitioner training, which you would have to get the previous accreditation for as well. But it is also the backdrop to working towards the herbs in a very new and different way. So every month then there is a digital download with a herb focus of the month. That is for basic membership to the website. Now we'd like to look at a premium membership where you can actually purchase a Focus Herb practical pack for the month. This is an example of one of the projects that come through with a lavender pack. This is, you have a little print out of this. You make the box according to the instructions, and then you make a gift for somebody made out of lavender. So there's all kinds of artistic ways of working with the herbs, as well as the medicinal and the therapeutic ways. Every month the digital pack will have obviously medicinal, herbal medicinal and therapeutic knowledge in, ways to use that herb in herbal first aid kit, how to use them in recipes, how to use them in home products, how to use them in artistic products, how to use them with pets and around the house, endless ways of information with a lot of research across a lot of books just to get you going on researching each herb. So what I'm going to suggest we do now is to just look at some of the herb packs that we've got. And I'm just sort of picking these out at random. Here's some that went with cinnamon. So this was a Christmas one. This is a cinnamon tea pack. So you've got your herbal tea in there. Cinnamon sticks to be able to use in crafts, which is a different grade and quality to using in your cooking or with your coffee or what have you. Cinnamon incense and cinnamon essential oil, cinnamon leaf essential oil. It's good for using for coughs and bronchial issues. So those are just some of the pieces that you would get in your practical packet. Cinnamon. What else have we got? Let's have a look at what else we've got here. Which one's this? They're all different. Every month is different depending on which one we do. Oh, this is a meditation. This is calendula, marigold, 2 types of marigold, and we've got a meditation in there. I don't know what else you've got in there. Forget what we put in this one there. We've got a little envelope at the back, and in the envelope, you've actually got little meditation specimen slide of a marigold petal that you can meditate and connect with the nature realm for the information on that. So what else have we got in this pack? We've got seeds for both the crown orange one and for the flat calendula. Again, picture of a calendula fairy. I wonder if you can see her. Always meditating with to see what information that she gives you. We've got a couple of spares in here. These are essential oil packs where you can inhale the oil and meditate with them. Let me get this one open for you. Here we go. And this one has got African marigold tagetes oil on, so you can have a smell of that. You've also got a picture formed with that one, as often happens. Let's try and bring that up to the camera for you. There you go. So using your intuition and meditation. How to use them in for your folder. How to use calendula in potpourri. Again, we've seen that. Marigold flowers. Use those in herb pillows. And here we've got marigold's very good for using in ointments. So you've got a little ointment cream kit here. You've got your beeswax and your cream and your oils to mix together to make calendula cream. So that is that's all on marigold focus. And as I say, there's a different herb every month to look at. Digipack and practical pack. That's interesting. Time. So along with the practical pack, you will get downloads for how to work with the practical pack, suggestions, suppliers, and so on. So this one is all about time. This is about making a distant healing device. And what have we got in the time pack? Teas. Thyme herbal tea, lovely with honey. Organic thyme rubbed. So you can use that in cooking or teas. Okay, what have we got here? Thyme seeds, so you can grow your own. Obviously knowing the plant is important. These are remedies that we'll talk about this month to help with breathing. And again, this is to go with making a kit, and essential oil of thyme to be used there as well. So you can get a gist. Each month it's different, depending on the herb that we use and we're going to use it. So these are just some examples of what we've got. Anything else? Ooh, I've got another one here. What have we got here? Necklace. This is really interesting. Next month. nettle, by the way, at the moment, in unprecedented times, we're looking at masks, wearing masks, and a lot of people are making their own masks. Nettle fibres used to be used in, well, they are used in fabric, but they used to be used in masks to stop the chlorine attacks in World War One. And it's like shards of glass, the fibre are from nettle fibre, which make it very good at providing a shield for noxic sugars, substances, to stop them getting through. So again, you've got your practical pack, information pack there, and looking at what comes this month, we've got wild nettle cordial, which is a beautiful drink. Again, we've got cards working with nettles, nettle tea, meditation cards with nettle and frankincense on, and see that little nettle fairy in that picture. Nettle seeds. You could see in my garden, you'd wonder why you need to plant it, but I would definitely plant those in separate tubs. Dried stinging nettle, so you can put that in herb pillows or make tea with it. Obviously if it's dried, it loses the formic acid in it that creates the irritation with the sting. And organic nettle oil. So again, we look at different ways in which we can use that herb. So that's all in the nettle month. Nice nettle pack. Right, I've got any more. I could go on forever with this. You do get the idea of it. With the recent one that we've done with valerian. Usually they will have in these packs, they will have the dried herb, so you can use that in different ways. They'll have a tea in there, you'll have the essential oil in there, you'll have probably the incense in there, seeds to grow it, and some kind of practical craft or home use or cosmetic use for doing that. I know the chamomile month we got making soaps and chamomile creams, which was lovely. So this is just to give you an idea really of the kind of ways we go about putting the studies together. Obviously you'll have your own folder of notes and projects. Obviously you need your projects completed to get your accreditation on it. Just for your own personal interest, lots of references to follow through, and you get lots of links, extracts in the therapeutic research for you to follow up on and to put your own herbarium of knowledge together as well. So I think that more or less covers what we're doing. We've got the practical accreditation side of it, we've got the personal development, and we've also got the intuitive way of learning the language to speak with herbs. For example, going out on a herbal walk, learning what nature is showing you by what plants grow where, by what plants grow together, by what visitors come to the plants, by what the shape of the leaf, the colour and the shape of the flowers and petals are. All this is part of the holistic knowledge that extends your understanding of the efficacy and the power of these herbs, particularly now in the new earth energies of the new times that we are bravely entering into together, to be able to equip yourself with that knowledge and that understanding. So the details will be at the end of this video if you want to find out more. Thank you for spending your time with me and looking at what the packs are about. Thank you. Right, now I have got my little friend here wanting to help introduce the herb course, or perhaps not. He usually does. Right, so my name's Lynn Porter, I'm a herbalist, and I'm here to talk to you today about our New Earth Energy Holistic Herbal course. And this is a course that's been running successfully over the last 12 months. Our first tranche of herbalists has gone through.